Yeah. Anyway, welcome in, guys. We'll give everybody a couple minutes to hop on, and then we will get started. How was everybody? Was today Tuesday? Yeah. How was everybody's Tuesday? I tried this new shampoo today, and my hair is like super soft after using it. I don't know why that tastes so weird. Everybody's so quiet tonight. Is everybody still awake? Mm-hmm. Everybody's so quiet. Don't mind the printer. I have a plant sale this weekend, and so I'm making these little hang on, I'll pull one out if I can grab one. I'm making these cute little like rock looking dudes. Look at them. Are they cute? I'm trying to make a bunch of them. And then I have my new fidget toys. See, I have the new. I printed some dragon egg fidget toys. Is everybody excited for the weekend coming up? Anybody doing anything fun? I don't know where everybody is. Everybody's so quiet. So we'll give it like 5-10 minutes to hop on, and then we'll read our book. We are on chapter 64. Oh no, I'm being rated. Ah! I don't know what being rated means, if I'm being honest, but I'm just gonna say I'm being rated. Ah. You're going to sleep to attend mass this weekend. Ah, I appreciate it. Oh, I'm getting people to come into chat. Okay. You guys say you're gonna go raid people, but I don't know. Dropped into yours. Oh no! It's very quiet tonight. Everybody's very. It's from people from another stream. Hop on yours. All right, that sounds cool. Sweet. Welcome. We are gonna read the next 2-ish chapter. What is going on with my tank top tonight? We're gonna read the next 2 chapters of our book. Right? We're almost at the end, which just reminded me, since we're almost at the end of our book, I gotta check on my order for the next book in our series of says my package has shipped. I don't know when it's gonna get here. Hopefully it'll get here before we finish Maul Lockdown. Let me know. You need to let me know when you want me to help you add sounds to the channel. That is true. I do need to do that, but at the same time, I don't want to do that because then I will have you guys scaring me in my chat. I'm already like nervous enough as it is. I'm sounds that are gonna end up scaring me. And will it work with Streamlabs? Will I still hear the sounds with Streamlabs? Yeah, so Mindless, which is one of my D&D slash gaming buddies, he is offering to help me add sounds to my Purple app streams, which sounds fun, but at the same time also sounds terrifying because they scare him sometimes when we're playing things like Minecraft, and so now I'm a little concerned that if I put them on mine, I'm gonna end up getting terrified by my own sounds, which is not out of the realm of possibility. Like I said, if you were on the last stream that we did, I think we were playing Restorats. I've had the like raptor screech and the T-Rex roar as my text tones, and I had to like stop using them because every time I get a text and it would play, I would jump out of my seat. Not like I ever scared. We don't need help being scared. I don't need help being scared while playing Phasmo, clearly, since the last time we played I screamed. Sorry about that. Oh, it's very I'm very jumpy. I'm a very jumpy person. Well, we need it. We need to get like Terry and how many people can play Phasmo at once? Is it 4 or 5? Can 5 of us play at once? Could we have Mindless and me and Artemis and Terry and King all play at the same time? Because if we could have all of us play at the same time, that would probably be great. Obviously, we can't have 3 fraidy cats playing Phasmo, although maybe that's more entertaining. Hello from Russia. Okay. I don't know how to say hello in Russian. Sorry. I think I know how to say goodbye. I think До свидания is, I think that's goodbye. If I remember correctly. Entertaining. Yeah. I'm annoyed with the ghost type person. Okay, so then Artemis, well you won't be, you don't have to be terrified. Yeah. What'll end up happening though is you'll talk crap to the ghost, and then it'll still end up killing me because it always does. The ghosts hate me. They are so then we can find out if the ghosts really are sexist. We can find out if the ghosts are sexist or if it's just me. Because if Artemis is the one that pisses it off and it still goes after me, then we know that they're not sexist. They just hate me. This is the way. I still don't know how I'm gonna go see the new movie. I'm still like, I'm trying to figure that out. Hey, babe. When we go to Atlanta on Friday night, can we go see the Mandalorian movie? Why not? And Dad's shaking his head no. Are you just shaking your head no because you don't want to talk on camera, or you're just shaking your head no because we can't go see the movie? Am I annoying you? In IMAX? Oh my goodness. I wish I want to see it. Well, it wouldn't be Atlanta per se. It would be Duluth, I think is where, I don't know. It's north of Georgia. It's somewhere not north of Georgia and north of Atlanta. We're not going to be like in Atlanta. It's just Atlanta adjacent. So, yeah. I love you. Mando Dad does not like being involved in my streams. If I get someone to send me a galaxy, will you wave your hand in frame? No. I tried. What if they send me $100 right now? No. I tried. He will not. He will not go on camera at all. Annoying the hubby. This is the way. No, it's definitely Duluth, Georgia. We're definitely going to Georgia, not Minnesota. I don't think I've never been to Minnesota. I'd like to go. Maybe next time we go to Wisconsin, we can go to Minnesota too. You owe me, next time we could do Wisconsin, you owe me Chicago. I want to go to Chicago. Artemis, that's pretty bad that Atlanta activates your Boston road rage. Boston road rage is serious business. The Mass Pike is also serious business when it comes to driving. It's 90 in the slow lane. Love you. Good night. Nope, never been to Minnesota. I don't want to live in Georgia. I barely like living in North Carolina. I would much prefer to live in Boston, but that would freeze my poor husband to death. It's very funny because Mando Dad does not do snow, but every time we go to Wisconsin, he's like, I could live here. And I was like, no, you can't. You'll freeze to death. He goes, no, I wouldn't. I'd love it. No, you wouldn't. You'd freeze to death. If it drops below 60, you're freezing. You can't live here. I don't even think I could live in Wisconsin. Even Boston. I don't think I could live in Boston. As much as Boston is my favorite city, I don't think I could live in Boston because it's too cold. All right. Ow. I haven't been to Boston in a long time too. I should go back. We should take the kids to Boston. They would probably love it. No, he can't handle North Carolina in the winter for the 1 week we get winter. There's no way he could handle Boston or Wisconsin. Not that I think he would. I think his opinions of New England. I don't know, he liked Maine. He got to go to Maine. He liked Maine. But I don't think he's a huge fan of living in New England. I mean, I would love it, but that's me. Born and raised in Pennsylvania, but I love New England. You're in your favorite city? Richmond? Is Richmond your favorite city? My favorite city in the United States is Boston. Is it my favorite city in the whole world? I don't know. I haven't been very many places globally. I've been to Toronto. It's not Toronto. Toronto's nice, but what have I been to Toronto? Where is Niagara Falls? Wherever Niagara Falls is. I've been there. That was nice. I've been to New Orleans, but that was like 1 year after Katrina, so it's not like there was a whole lot of New Orleans experience. And I was 17, so I didn't get to really experience New Orleans. I love Orlando for obvious reasons. I love LA for obvious reasons. Come back to NOLA. I would like to. Maybe next year for Mardi Gras. Maybe. It depends on how expensive flights are. And only if you pick me up from the airport. Well, hang on. First and very most important question, Artemis. Can I stay with you, and do you have a cat? If the answer is yes, I can stay with you, and the answer is yes, I have a cat, then I can't stay at your house. I can stay nowhere where there is a cat. I will die. No, don't come back to New Orleans. Why not? I haven't been to New Orleans since 2006. I feel like it's changed in 20 years. I should probably see it in a different light. Oh, hang on. I got a bot. How do I block bots on Streamlabs? I can't. Twitch. Yeah, I don't know where all I know is that I was in, we went to Niagara Falls. That's all I know. Oh no, it's gone. Oh no, it's still there. And... all right. Okay, bot taken care of. I don't know how to make someone a mod. No, that's not the right button. I have mods for TikTok. I don't know how to make someone a mod. Show mod icons. No idea. I don't know. I'll figure it out next time. Stay near Jackson Square. All right. I promised that we would read shot won't show home message. I closed Twitch. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. All right, let me put the mods. Let me fix mods, and then I will read, as promised. /mod. Okay. So, Mindless, Natalie, and Artemis, you guys are now all mods. Hey, King! Alright. Oh, look, now you guys have little swords next to you. Haha. All right, all right. I promised we'd read. We shall read. We are on chapter 64. The Tombs. They're short chapters, again. I do, okay, but like, if we're gonna defeat the Clankas, can we bring one of them? Can we have one of him come with us? I want one of them. For me! I want one. My own personal clone. Just one. Preferably fives, but you know, just saying. Anyway. Alarms were going off everywhere. Beaten unconscious and left for dead by Jabba's men in the alley adjacent to the Purge's holding cells, Bisley Cloth finally opened his eyes and staggered to his feet, stirred by the shattering klaxons that were ringing out from somewhere in the ship's bridge. He drew a breath and summoned his resolve. His last memory had been of coming down to check on his 39 passengers who had fallen so ominously silent. Now he found himself staring at the ragged semicircular hole that had been cut through the vessel's lower hull, leading to the interior of a completely unfamiliar and ornately designed space yacht. Looking down into it, Cloth seized upon the full extent of what had happened with dreadful clarity. The ship that attached itself to the Purge was the same yacht that he'd spotted in the middle distance during their approach. To Coghive 7. They'd been boarded, which meant the passengers had come with the explicit purpose of facilitating a breakout of. He swung around, pushing his way through the open hatch leading to the holding cells themselves. They stood empty. The prisoners were out. No. Kloth's burgeoning sense of dread only seemed to amplify the alarm in the Purge's flight deck. Shaking off the last of his disorientation, he flung himself up the steps through the gangway and nearly tripped over the corpse of one of the crewmen sprawled in front of him in a pool of his own blood. The other guard lay face down 2 meters farther up the corridor. Cloth ran the rest of the way to the bridge and stopped in his tracks. Here, the ship's interior reeked of blaster fire and overheated wires. In front of him, the Purge's captain, Wyatt Styrene, sat harnessed into the swivel seat in the front of the ship's command suite, his head bowed in apparent contemplation of their fate. "Captain?" Cloth said, grabbing Styrene's shoulders, and Styrene's head tilted back to reveal his slashed throat. It was only the harness itself that had kept him from tumbling out of his seat. Thank you for the repost, Windy! Cloth's reflexes took over, hardly pausing to consider what he was doing. He unbuckled Styrene's body and dragged it away from the Purge's controls. He seated himself in the pilot's chair and glanced at the screens in front of him, gazing at the prison's cargo bay to which the prison barge was still attached. What he saw on the monitors made his heart vault up into his throat. Although he could make out very little from this angle, it appeared as though the entire hangar was littered with dead prison guards, dozens of them. In the midst of it, somewhere in the foreground, a shape. Cloth thought it was a hut sat atop a repulsor platform, gesturing at 2 Gamorreans as they gathered up weapons from the floor. What was going on? There was a sudden concussion from below, like an echo of what had happened earlier. Something else had hit the Purge, slamming it into hard enough to shake it from the mooring, and in an instant all the barge's controls and monitors went dead, plunging Cloth into blackness. Reaching forward, his hands scrambled blindly for the controls, struggling to reactivate them, but it was pointless. The Purge creaked around him. From down below the barge's hull came this horrible, brittle snapping noise of steel valves being ripped away, followed by an enormous whooshing pop as the vacuum-sealed suction coupling mechanism broke completely open. Cloth's thoughts flashed to the space yacht that had fixed itself to the hull like a parasite, the pirates who had cut their way into the hold. Then he knew. Dropping to his hands and knees in the darkness, he fumbled his way out of the bridge and down toward the concourse below, moving more quickly now, going purely by memory and sense of touch. By the time he'd reached the corpses of the guards, he sensed that he was very close indeed. Cloth stopped, adrenaline flooding through his body, trying to catch his breath. Slowly, he rose to his feet. Sickly green auxiliary lights illuminated the ragged hole in the Purge's lower level. But when Cloth looked down through the hole, he no longer saw the lavishly appointed interior of the space yacht. It simply wasn't there anymore. Something, or someone, had pried it away, leaving only the ragged hole. But the hole wasn't empty. Cloth stepped back, feeling a low, atavistic horror, crawling its way from up his hair. Crawling his way up crawling its way from his belly up into the pit of his throat. Something was coming up through the hole, dragging itself toward him, a figure like nothing he'd seen before. I was right! Even among the inmates and wildly varying galactic scum, he'd transported from every system imaginable. Cloth stared at it for a moment, held wrapped by a power he could neither identify nor resist. The thing's head was covered with a skull, with long, sharpened horns protruding from either side. The hollow sockets where its eyes should have been shone with a primordial blue light. That's madness. The color of madness. Whether this was a mask or actually its face, Cloth had no intention of sticking around to find out, particularly as it became clear the thing hadn't come alone. The hole was full of floating blue eyes. They were making their way up into the purge, and now Cloth saw that he had nowhere to go, and that in all the time he'd had since waking up on the floor outside the containment cells, he'd failed to secure a weapon for himself, and now it was too late. The things moved toward him like an army of the dead, with terrible determination and strength. Cloth took a step backward and stumbled over the body of a guard, falling to catch himself before toppling backward against something sharp and angular. When he looked up again, the skull-faced thing had surrounded him. "Where is he?" a female voice asked. Cloth looked up at her. The woman in front of him had a shock of pure white hair that seemed to bristle straight upward from her forehead, which only accentuated the expression of dark intensity etched deeply across his face. She had weird chemical yellow eyes, the color of a dying toxic sun. Under other circumstances, Cloth thought he might have found her striking, even beautiful, although right now he was sure, absolutely positive in fact, that she would have murdered him without qualm. Who? The one I've come to meet. I don't know who that is, Cloth managed. I don't know who you are, Cloth managed. I don't know... Oh, sorry, I read that part. Staring at her, he fought a wild, irrational impulse to try and explain how all of this must have been some terrible mistake, and how this woman had her skull-faced army must have been in the wrong place entirely. This is just a prison barge. I'm only the navigator. I don't know... Crack. The slap across his face knocked him back to reality. I am Komari Vosa, the female said, and this is the Mando Gora. We've come to acquire the weapon. I've stalled? Uh-oh. Turn off Wi-Fi. There we go. Hopefully that fixes it. I don't have a problem. No issues. Well, that's so. Sometimes when sometimes when I am trying to stream from my computer and from my phone at the same time, sometimes it gets mad at me and it doesn't like my phone. And my phone will stop working on the Wi-Fi. So I have to take it off the Wi-Fi to get it to work. Which now, I just got, like, I took my phone off Wi-Fi and I just got, like, 5,000 text messages because ever since the last iPhone update, half the time when I'm on Wi-Fi with my phone, I don't get texts. I get no texts. Nothing. And then I take it off Wi-Fi and then I get, like, 1,000 texts that come flooding in. It's really, really bad and really, really frustrating right now. And I don't know how to fix it because I've tried everything that it suggested and nothing's working. Yeah. And it's not like I have an Apple store that I could take my phone to either to, like, ask them to figure it out. So... But yeah, my computer, it won't show on the play button app or the purple app because that's hardwired. So that's hardwired in. What I really should do is figure out how to fix it so that I can stream on TikTok from Streamlabs. But I don't know if I can do that, if I can fix it. I don't know. I gotta figure out how to fix that. So that I can stream to TikTok from Streamlabs. And then I don't have to worry about my phone. But then everybody on TikTok will think I'm seriously ugly because TikTok puts a nice little makeup filter on my face and Twitch and YouTube don't. I'll tell you, I use filters. They're very nice. They're very helpful. All right. This is an incredibly short chapter. It is one whole page, basically. All right. Thank you for the follow. Chapter 65. As below, so above. Which way is it? Egan asked. Maul didn't answer. For the past 5 minutes, they'd been heading down a concourse that looked familiar, but the configuration had changed everything. For all he knew, it wasn't over, and the prison was going to continue rearranging itself until it ripped itself to pieces. Maybe that's the whole idea. He threw back his head and made a sharp cawing sound, a sound that he'd now heard frequently enough to be able to mimic with some accuracy. What are you? Maul held up his hand for silence, cocked his head and listened. The sound came back to him, an imperfect echo of the shrill cry. Duck your head. What? Egan frowned. Why? A sudden flurry of activity came bursting down the corridor. Maul crouched down as a great dark cloud of clawbirds swept through the length of the corridor in an almost solid wave, cawing and shrieking as they came. He tucked the package under his arm and ran after the birds with the boy at his heels. The flock flew down even faster as a collective unit, spiraling and diving downward through the newly reconfigured passageways of the lowermost levels, swirling like smoke through the chambers of some great mechanical nautilus. Maul could see where they were going. It was coming now, very near. He saw the door ahead of him, watched the birds funneling down through it. Maul leapt through, and the boy just behind him. They landed back in a familiar place. The weapons shop, where he'd stood not long before. Coil was still there, his rodent nose twitching anxiously. The blaster that he'd used to kill Dakarai Blair was still gripped tightly in his hands. Jagannath, the Shatterfan said, eyeing the package under Maul's arm. We were beginning to worry you hadn't successful in your quest, weren't we? He glanced over his shoulder where a tall figure stood behind the counter. The tall man stepped into the light. The outcome was never in doubt, he said, and gazed at Maul. Greetings, Jagannath. I am Iram Radik. There are two... I'm stuck on repeat again. I don't know what's going on. I really need to fix this. What I need to do is figure out how to get TikTok to stream from Streamlabs, and then it won't be a problem. So, those were our 2 chapters for tonight. I know, they were relatively short. They're shorter than usual. I would say I want to go to bed early, but I can't do that. Wow. Technically, I really should stay up until a little bit after 11 so that when the printer's done, I can start it on the next file. Because again, these are for... I'm printing eggs, and I'm printing the little tiny garden rocks. So, and I'm trying to get them all for this weekend, for the plant sale. I really hope the plant sale goes well. I hope actually, yeah, it's an egg. It's a fidget toy. Yes, that's right. Mother's Day is coming. That's next weekend. Yeah, Mother's Day is next weekend. Adding to the chaos of my life. Do we have D&D this week? I feel like we have D&D this week. I hope we have D&D this week. I gotta get my ambulance set up. I don't know. What's the schedule say? Schedule says we're playing. So... I have D&D on Friday. So it's a good thing I'm doing streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So, by the way, guys, if you're not already on the other applications, make sure you're following me other places. Like the Play Button app and the Purple app, just as a side note. And make sure you are following Gaming Trucker, specifically on the Tube, so you can watch D&D. We're playing on the 1st, so unless things happen that prevent that, we're on. Yes, but things always seem to prevent us from playing. But yeah, I will be playing D&D on Friday, just as a side note. Have I been working? I haven't worked out this year. Not once. I wanted to work out this week, but the Christmas tree is still up. And I cannot exercise in my family room with the Christmas tree still up. Because I found this new, I found the new, sword fighting workout that I want to do, but I have to do it, inside so I can see what I'm doing. But I also have to be able to move the couch out of the way. In order to move the couch out of the way, I gotta get the Christmas tree down. In order to put the Christmas tree down, that's a Mando dad job. All the ornaments are off of it. It's doing it again. I don't know what's going on. I can't take down the tree. I am not tall enough to take down the tree. Mando Dad has to take down the tree. I took all the ornaments. Well, I say I. My mother took all the ornaments off the tree because it bothered her that our Christmas tree was still up. So my mom took all the ornaments off. So now I'm just waiting for the tree to come down. The tree just needs to be bagged up and put back in the attic. But you got super sick at Disneyland. Oh no! Don't tell me that. We're going to Disneyland in 45 days. Disney is now in 27 days. Disney World is in 27 days. Disneyland is in 40 some odd days. 45, I think. Hang on. I will give you the exact date. How many days until... 44 days. Sorry. I will be in Disneyland in 44 days. So 27 for Disney World, 44 for Disneyland. No, I have that backwards. Yeah, no. 27 for Disney World, 44 for Disneyland. Yes, there we go. Yep. I'm so excited. To do both in 1 year, that's insane. I am insane. I did not. This was not planned at all. 46 days to the Scotland versus Haiti World Cup game. Okay. I'm not a big soccer fan. I hope Germany wins. Well, I've been to both now. Oh, that's a shame, Frank. I've been to both. It'll be interesting to see now that both Galaxy's Edges will be original trilogy era, so it'll be interesting to see how that changes things. Ooh, that's kind of cool, Brandon. I'm not a sports person. I don't watch. The only sports I really watch are the Olympics, and I'm very selective about what I watch at the Olympics. Mostly it's swimming. I watch swimming and tennis. Next time I'm going to have to watch Taekwondo. Ooh, that'll be so much fun, Frank. Oh, I'm jealous. I want to go for Star Wars night. 1 year. 1 year. Oh, that's cool, Brandon. I will watch tennis. I used to watch volleyball when Misty May Trenner played, but she's obviously too old to do volleyball anymore, so I'm not super into volleyball. But I still watch swimming because I was a swimmer. Oh, that'll be fun, Brandon. You're wearing your TIE pilot. I considered wearing my uniform to the parks, but it's Florida and my uniform is hot. I will, for Winter Olympics, I don't really watch much for the Winter Olympics. Sometimes I'll watch, like, the like the X Games kind of stuff, the half pipe and whatever. Shaun White's events. When I used to watch it when Shaun White was in it. He's not in it obviously anymore. For the Winter Olympics, but swimming is the big one that I watch. And next time I'm gonna have to watch Taekwondo because I want to see what the Taekwondo events for the Olympics look like. I just don't. When I go to Disney, I want to be comfortable. I don't want to wear. I don't want to wear anything that's hot. I'm still trying to figure out what my Disney bounding is going to be for this year. Originally, I was thinking that, ooh, that'll be fun. The only 501st event I have right now is this Sunday, with the Virginia Symphony Orchestra. I would love, I wonder if I can hook up with the 501st in SoCal. I would love to. Like, that would be really cool if I could hook up with some of the 501st in SoCal and just, like, meet some of them. I don't have any patches, though, for... I wonder if I can order... I wonder how I can order... I think Jackie is our garrison lead now. I wonder if Jackie could tell me how to order patches for Garrison Tyrannus. Or stickers or something so that I could share them if I could meet some of the SoCal 501st members. See, I would not do, like, Naruto but Naruto isn't Disney. I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out my Disney boundings. Well, I know what I'm doing. I think I know what I'm doing. For Disneyland, I'm gonna wear, merch has to go in runs and you're the merch officer. You're the merch officer for who? Like, all of the 501st or just your garrison? If you're the merch officer for Arizona 501st, yeah. Because I'm not on Facebook, I often miss the merch runs. Yeah, I miss the merch runs most of the time. I need someone to tell me how to get cards. Can you message me, Frank? Do you know how to get the cards? Like my 501st cards? I need someone to walk me through that process so that I can get cards for my 501st membership. You have no idea what you're doing, but you know you're doing it really well. Yeah. I need to order cards for my 501st. Because I don't even have those. I guess I could make, like... I don't even think we have a template for our garrison. I guess I could ask. The problem is like, our garrison leader, she's mean sometimes, and I don't know if she's, like, actually... I can't tell, because, like, sometimes we'll have, like, really positive interactions, and she's super, super nice, and then, like, the next time I talk to her, she's, like, super grumpy and kind of mean, and so I'm a little afraid of her. I am actually quite terrified of Jackie. And Tim... Well, Tim is our GML. No, Artemis, like, you just seem nice all the time. I mean, you're like, maybe it's because I understand New England nice. Like, I understand New England nice. Like, I get that part. So I get it. Like, that part I get. But she's just, like, she's not, like, she'll have, like, one moment where she's, like, totally golden retriever and be like, oh my gosh, I love you, you're so nice. And, like, she's really, like, super friendly. And then, like, 2 days later, you talk to her and she acts, you would think that, like, you've done something, like, you killed her cat or something. And she gets super, super mean and grumpy. And it's really weird. You had 1 bottle and 3 glasses of milk today. That is too much milk, Belle. That makes my stomach hurt. But yeah, if you could tell me how to get cards, I should at least get cards for the 501st. Oh no, Omni, you missed our reading. Yeah. So I need to get cards. Maybe I can get some stickers. I could probably, I don't know. I'm not good at art. I could get some, like, I could try and figure out some art for, like, Jen stickers. I would ask Mindless, but Mindless is busy with making art. Mindless already has so much art to do. I could try my hand at drawing again. I am not good at drawing. I have stupid hands. My brain sees pictures. Brain does not know how to translate to hands. So brain sees picture that wants to be made into artwork, but hands will not cooperate. You change your mind too often for me to do it without payment? No, I would pay. I would pay. Yeah, brain smart, fingers dumb. Brain see picture. Hands cannot make picture. No, I would pay. Are you kidding me? I would 100% pay. If I'm gonna have you create, like, stickers, artwork for stickers. I mean, I'm not talking like anything super complicated, like a chibi version of Jen. Death Star IT, this is Jen. I need to go back to making those videos. I really do. I keep saying that, but then I don't have the time to film. That's my biggest issue. I don't have the time or the energy to film. Of course, right now I don't have anything to film for Jen. Jen is kind of, I don't. Okay, I'll message the GMB. I hope it's not Jackie. Again, not that I dislike Jackie, I'm just afraid of her. I don't know. Mindless, you gotta send me a message of, like, what's the going rate to make a chibi version of my Star Wars character for a sticker? Don't see. Okay, you don't see Jackie as the CO or the XO. Is it Tim? It's Tim, isn't it? Well, she might be for Sinar Fleet. Jackie's the one who posts in our Jackie's the one who organizes all of our events. So I don't know. I don't know how much a Draka is. James is oh! I'm not afraid of James. I love James. James is a big teddy bear. And I love his son, too, Jared. They are both, like, seriously, between him and his son, they have, like, 8,000 costumes. Jared and James, they have, like, I swear, every week they're getting approved for a new costume. Like, they have so many. It's insane. And Jared even has, he's branched out into, like, non-Star Wars ones, too, because he's got, a Minas Tirith guard. He did a Minas Tirith. Is it Minas Tirith? Yeah, he has a Minas Tirith guard. I'll have to look then, Frank, and get it. How much is a Draka, though? Oh no, you screwed up the clear coat? Oh. Yes, Gundor calls for aid. Really? Only $20? Sold. What's your Venmo? Just send me your Venmo and I'll send you $20. Like, right now. Used on, well, yeah, aren't you supposed to, you're talking about 2K clear coat, right? That's what I use on my armor. It keeps it shiny. Shiny! There's 2K on that helmet. You got Cash App. I don't have Cash App. Do you have PayPal? I have PayPal, I have Apple Pay, and I have Venmo. I do not have Cash App. And I don't have Zelle. Supposedly I have Zelle, but I don't, with my bank account, but I don't have Zelle. All right. Well, send me your PayPal then. Moving everything but color is 2K. Yeah. That's what caused the orange peeling. With my helmet and my armor, when I had the orange peeling problem right before GalaxyCon, I had gone to put the 2K, painted. Everything was sanded smooth, painted, beautiful, and lo and behold, go to clear coat it, orange peeled, everything. Which means it was too cold. I did not realize it was too cold. So, but yeah, that was so frustrating to like paint everything, have it smooth. Can. It was O'Reilly's Auto Parts brand. What is that? I forget what the name of the brand is. It wasn't brand name 2K Clear Coat. It was something else. Give me a second. I think I have something else from that brand over here. Or not. I don't know. I don't remember the brand, but it's the O'Reilly's Auto Parts. It's the O'Reilly's Auto Parts brand. Hi, Sonic. But yeah, it orange peeled everything. Nothing like getting ready to go to a con and all of your armor that you've just like con crunched to be done on time, orange peeling. Mm-hmm. Oh, I was so mad. What is my favorite Mando signet? The one that I have on my armor. I don't think I have it anymore. I used to have my shoulder. My Mando signet, the Mando Mom signet, which is a mama bear paw with the baby bear paw inside of it. Mm-hmm. That's my signet. Ooh. Oh no. And the fun thing is, like, if you screw up the last layer, like, that's painful to fix. Oh, puzzle piece. Well, hopefully I'll get some time to work on my armor. I want to get it into apps. Hopefully this weekend I will get my Padme wig back so I can do my app photos for Padme Fireside, so then I can get my Rebel Legion finished. And then I can get my Mandalorian done, get my Mandalorian finished, and then I can get my tattoo. I mean, I just finished. My helmet is sanded and it's probably in a good spot. I just need to get some filler primer to really like make sure it's good. Oh, and I need to put the Bondo glass, the fiberglass. I need to put that right here on the T-visor, because the problem with T-visors is if you're like most of us, we grab our helmets from the front. No, even if it's printed as one piece, you get stress fractures right here at the top of the T-visor. So I need to get some Bondo fiberglass to reinforce the sides of the T-visor. Your doctor wants to know how I deal with my hair and helmets. So I braid it. Either I can't French braid. I've never been able to French braid. I've tried many times. I can't even French braid on other people. I can't French braid on myself. But usually I have a friend that I will sit there and they will French braid my hair. Um, Either they do like one singular or they do like the boxer braids. Um, and if I don't have a friend who can do it, I just pull my hair back in a ponytail, a low ponytail, and braid it that way. Um, my Yeah, braids are the easiest way to go. I mean, if you don't plan on taking your helmet off, um, you can use like a wig cap if you want. Personally, that's adding more layers underneath your helmet. So, I wouldn't suggest that because it's already hot under there. Um, Braids are the best. I will say though that if you plan on having fans in your helmet, make sure that if you have like sometimes like these pieces will be stragglers for me, make sure you have barrettes or something, because the last thing you want, and I am saying this with every bout of experience, is to have your hair get tangled up in your fans. That hurts. And then it pulls out a chunk of your hair. So if you do have I have in my helmet, I have fans right here, to basically keep my visor from steaming up and also for me to overheating while I'm in the helmet. So you need to have like a cover. Either have a cover over your fans so your hair doesn't get caught up in them, or just make sure you have your hair clipped back really, really well on the sides so that like a stray piece doesn't get caught in the fans. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts a lot. Yeah. And you can't like immediately rip off your helmet without also ripping off the hair. So yeah. It is not comfy at all. Um, that's just I will point that out. It is, but yeah, braids are the most effective way, to keep your hair out of your helmet. I mean, some people, they leave their hair down. There are technically no rules about your hair when it comes to Mandalorian costuming. With the Mandalorian mercs, there's no like, you can have your hair hanging out of your helmet like that. You can have it tied back. You can have it under your helmet. There are no rules when it comes to hair for Mandalorians, which I find odd. Unless you are doing like Boba Fett or the Mandalorian or the Armorer, Bo-Katan, then there are rules. But if you're just doing it because of Mandalorian, there's no rules. We have a Bo-Katan in our group that's actually a face Bo-Katan. So most people who do like a Bo-Katan costume, they just have the helmet and they leave the helmet on when they're out playing Bo-Katan. Our Bo-Katan does the full, like, she's got the wig, she does the scarring on the face. So she actually can take her helmet off, and be like face to face Bo-Katan instead of just armored Bo-Katan. Armored Bo-Katan. I don't know why I said that weird. Wonder how Bo wears a headband and loose hair. There's different rules for underneath those helmets, let's be honest. We always make jokes that like, cause Bo-Katan in the show, in both Clone Wars and The Mandalorian, her hair is always perfect. Like, she takes off the helmet and her hair is perfect. Our Bo-Katan does not have that. When she goes to like take off her helmet, like there's at least 3 people that then like converge on her hair to like smooth it down and make it look better. Because it is messy every time she takes off her helmet. Well, I mean, that helmet's got like lights on it, or the headband that Bo-Katan wears has like lights on it. Maybe it's like magical. Yeah, it seriously is a hair team. It's like the next 3 closest girls that are cosplaying with our Bo-Katan are just like, we all leap in there and just start slinging. Where's the comb? Who's got the comb? It's like Bo-Katan has her own like Padme handmaiden team, but we're all like Mandalorians. It's very fun to watch. But yeah, anytime our Bo-Katan goes to take off her helmet, we just all kind of converge on her really quickly to fix her hair. Because it gets messy so quickly. I'm tired. I need to go to bed. But I have 17 more minutes. At least until the printer is done. It's almost done. So, anything fun going on this week? Is anybody doing any May the 4th events? Yeah, most cosplayers are theater kids playing around. Hang on, I'm trying to think. Are there any cosplayers that I've met that aren't theater kids? No, he did not cave. Yeah, Pirates and Rennies are also, yeah, theater kids. I don't know. I mean, I guess I was a theater kid. I didn't do all the productions in my high school. So, I don't know. I didn't do, like, all the plays and musicals. Am I still a theater kid? I did some. I just didn't do all of them. I worked in high school, so I couldn't really do them all. But I did drama in college. I do drama now on the internet. I play D&D. I mean, D&D is also a bunch of theater kids too, although it's becoming more mainstream, but I would say that, like, most people in D&D are also former theater kids. I feel. Sometimes I miss a little crying might grease the wheels. No. I have no reason to cry. But yeah, I want to say that D&D is also full of theater kids. Maybe everybody is just secretly a theater kid. Maybe theater kids are the actual normal kids. No. We'll see. I might be able to convince him to go. We use D&D for improv practice. I mean, it kind of is it is improv. Of course, I'm still laughing. I'm still, like, kicking myself that the other week I forgot my accent. I should not do characters with accents. I forget that I have an accent midway through speaking. Or everything just goes into British. All my accents turn into British. When the players throw you off and really have to improv. Say, don't tell Terry, but I think I want more difficult combat. We need more difficult combat. Because we get through, like, 2 people doing combat, and then combat is over. And we don't... Well, on one hand, that's fine. But I would like to fight eventually. Just once or twice. I am so squished though, but I don't even get to be useful. I'm like the least useful cleric ever. I get to heal no one. Because nobody gets hurt. Because we're not in combat long enough for anybody to get hurt. And the one time I was useful, which would have been to remove a curse, I refused to remove the curse because Pog ticked me off. Like, Pog was making that guy sneeze, and I made Pog stay blue for, like, a year. I am squishy, but I get no use as a healer if nobody takes any damage. I don't even get to use... Like, we fought a demon, like a cleric. Perfect to fight a demon. I don't even get to use Sunbeam. Because we're not in combat long enough. Of course, I think in sometimes he has combat in mind, but then we're just so unhinged that we, like, get out of combat. Like, we don't fight anything because we just, like, think our way out of it. Like, were you? I don't think you were there. He does make us a little OP. What is it? You weren't there, Artemis, I think, when we went to go and steal the grimoire of a teenager. Of a teenage sorcerer. I think it was a sorcerer, not a wizard. And the rather than fight the wizard or sorcerer or whatever and then steal his grimoire, our party decides to give him a swirly. And, like, we totally... Let's see. Mindless and Clyde gave him a swirly. Pippi covered his house in self-propagating glitter. And then Pog and why is the name escaping me right now? Pog and the gambler. Anyway, him ate all of his food. Oh yeah, and deleted his game save files. I forgot about that. And then while everybody else was running around, Doc just goes in and looks for the grimoire. Like, she just walks into his study, picks it up, takes it away. And yeah, we, like, surprised him, gave him a swirly, told him he needed to bathe and clean his house, and then left. Like, I have a feeling that was supposed to be combat, but then we were just so unhinged that we didn't get to combat because we were just absolutely freaking unhinged. Yes, we bullied a teenager. That was the whole session. We just bullied a poor teenager. A poor teenage sorcerer. Yes, we bullied a teenage sorcerer high school style. Well, I would say that the other members of the party bullied the teenager like high schoolers. I told the teenager that if he was lonely and he wanted a girlfriend, and I told him that if he wanted a girlfriend, he needed to clean up his house and be not stinky and don't be gross. Girls don't like gross boys. And then I gave him acne cream. Inside the dungeon after the first room that was trapped? Why would you do that? Yes, we bullied an incel. That was what we did. Yep. That's exactly what we did. That's kind of funny, Omni. I don't think he had any acts. Like, he was just kind of gross. Like, he hadn't showered. He wasn't bathing. Yeah, we just bullied some sort of incel teenage sorcerer. In-game. Yeah, we don't need more chaos, Artemis. Pog is more than enough chaos. I have to keep expending spell slots to get Pog's chaos to that's the only, like, usefulness that I can be. I mean, what's the point of having the frying pan of bunk if I don't get to actually use the frying pan of bunk? I love my frying pan of bonk. That was the thing. This was supposed to be mine, so I could change up my playing style. I mean, I'm changing up my playing style because I'm playing a cleric, but I don't get to do anything. I don't understand, Belle. Why can't I say incel? I mean, that's what he is. That's what it was. Did they at least get, like, treasure from the building, Omni? You're back to being the serious one? You don't have to be. You don't have to be serious. I don't know, do more with your dragon girlfriend. Your sexy dragon girlfriend. That you somehow got pregnant. You somehow 2 females got a female dragon pregnant, even though dragons are oviparous. Exactly. Make it make sense. 2x plus 5x equals 7x. Is that why battle? Well, we've only had 3 battles the entire campaign. Well, because they're not necessarily that Omni. Oh, I think that makes it 4. So we've done. There was the first session we had combat, and I actually got to use my frying pan, and it worked. And then you guys fought clowns once without me. We fought Pennywise once. And then the last session. And that's, like, all the combat we've had. Hi, Jackson! Yeah, Friday is shopping. I don't know. I would like more combat. Just a little. Just a little so I can fight. Or at least be useful as a healer. What do we need a healer for? We don't ever take damage. So what's the point of the healer? Like the most useless healer ever. I get to use no healing. I don't get to raise anybody from the dead. I don't get to do any healing. Ugh. I feel so useless. I feel useless, and yet I did get us back. Thank you for the bear. I did not get to see the new episodes of Maul yet. I haven't gotten to see it. Hopefully we'll get to see it this weekend. I think I'm 2 episodes, 3. I might be 4 episodes behind. I don't know. What episodes came out? 5 and 6? Or 7 and 8? I've seen 1 through 4. So I need to catch up with my Maul. Oh, 7 and 8. So I am 4 episodes behind now. I might... Maybe I can convince Mando Dad to watch it on Thursday. But there's nobody to raise from the dead. Nobody dies. I'm not very OP. I don't think. Ooh, I'm so excited. Hang on. I'm gonna pull up Doc's character sheet. I'll pull up Doc's character sheet real quick. printer finished. Yeah, I'm not super OP, but yeah. That's true. I do have access to all my class spells. That is kind of OP. Well, well, there's Sanctuary. We used Sanctuary last week. That was a pretty useful spell. Can necromancers revive dead players as reborn or just as undead? As undead, I think. I don't know. I don't know if they can raise them as reborn. I think that's more of a DM rule. That's like a house rule. Are Baptists allowed to vote? Of course they're allowed to vote. Why wouldn't they be allowed to vote? Nothing stops me from being able to vote. Oh, can you guys not see YouTube comments? You guys can't see YouTube comments. All of mine go into like one big giant thing. Although it should show it in the chat window, although my chat window does not I gotta fix it so it actually shows. Yeah, so Belle is over on the tube. I gotta figure out how to fix all this. I am not good at streaming. All right. Well, since the printer is now done, I am gonna go to bed because I'm tired and I have to go to the office again tomorrow so that I get my 4 office visits for the month. And I need to charge the car again tomorrow. Because I did not charge it for long enough this morning. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. I hope you have a good day tomorrow. I will see you guys tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as is our usual. And I hope you guys all have a good night.